I was still chilled, but now it was starting to sink in. Ukuthi, I met Hungani, the guy who plays Romeo on Scandal. So it's the 2nd of November 2018, and was it 2018? Yeah, probably 2018. And I'm just going through on my Facebook, and I see a poster from Sense Group. They posted that they're having free classes. At that time, I think they were at Newtown. Yeah, they were still at Newtown, because right now they are at Parkhurst. I don't know where Parkhurst is, but yeah, they changed locations. And I was like, free classes. So the only thing I have to pay for right now is like transport. Like, I'm doing my math now. Like, at that time I was at home in Mpumalanga. So I'm like, from Mpumalanga to Pretoria, it's like 40 rand. From Pretoria to Johannesburg, I think it was also 40 rand at that time, if not 45. And then from Johannesburg, I don't know, I just wanted to have like extra money for transport. No, I didn't plan to catch a taxi from Pretoria to Johannesburg. I planned to catch a train in Metro, and I think it was like 11 rand 50. Yeah. So from Mpumalanga to Pretoria, it's 40 rand. And then Pretoria Marabastan, Pretoria to Bosman, I think it was 10 rand. And then from Bosman to Johannesburg Park Station, it's 11 rand 50. Let's just say 12 rand. And then I was like, let me have extra money, because I don't know where Newtown is. Fine. I do the things. I see the poster, I do the maths, and I'm like, Esan, I think I only had like 30 rands on me. That's the only money I have, 30 rand. And I call up a friend and I'm like, yo, Lucky, I need to go somewhere and I need money. And it's like, I can only give you 50 rand right now, because like I need money for yada 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 yada. I'm like, you know what, whatever you're gonna give me, it's fine. He gives me the 50 rand, so now I have 80 rand. Tabo was supposed to take me out on Saturday. Yeah, the 3rd was on Saturday. Tabo was supposed to take me out on Saturday, see a mall and just chill. And I called him, I'm like, yo, so I can't make it tomorrow, but I need your help. Tabo has always been a sweetheart, you guys. But I'm like, I need your help. I need money. I need to go to Johannesburg and see Hungani and attend his classes. So because he knows Uguti, this is like something I've always wanted, he's like, okay, cool, we can always go some other time. And he gives me, I think he gave me 70 rands. And then I had 150. Yes, and then I had 150. So I was like, cool. On Saturday, my parents knew that on Saturday I was not going to be at home. They knew I'm going to go to the mall with Tab. But I knew if I go to Johannesburg, I'm going to come back late. I don't know what time, but I'm going to come back late. Because our curfew at home is 6 p.m. It's still 6 p.m. till this day, 2021. And the curfew is still 6 p.m. Even if I'm this old, I still need to get at home for 6. But anyways, so I felt like, you know what, let me tell my parents, because yay, I'm gonna come back late, and I don't want to like create a fake story of whatever. So let me just tell them and be honest. I wake up Saturday in the morning, I'm like, hi parents, so I'm not going with Tabo to the mall anymore. I'm gonna go to Johannesburg for dance classes. Yeah, my dad did not want to hear any of it. I woke up in the morning, I showered, and I got ready. My dad did not want to hear any of it. He just took the blanket and was like, speak to your mother. And I was like, yeah, so mama, this is what's happening. I want to go to the dance classes in Johannesburg, and me, I'm ready to go. So actually, I was informing them of what was happening. I was not asking for permission. I'm like, this is what's happening. Away. And my mom, I can't remember what she said, but I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going. So it was 8 a.m. I caught the 8 a.m. bus. From there, so the bus is like 2 hours from Guandebele, where I stay, to Pretoria, Marabastad. It's 2 hours. But after 20 minutes, after we've been driving for 20 minutes in the bus, my mom calls me. She's like, Rhoda, come back home. Because, like, you don't want to regret. I'm like, what am I going to regret, Mama? She's like, you don't know where you are going. Rhoda, come back home. I'm like, no, Mama, I'm not coming back home. I've set myself up for this adventure. Okay, I didn't say that. I've set myself up for doing this thing and I'm going. If I have to come back home and face the consequences, I would rather do that. Because, like, hey, I've already made up my mind. Me, I'm going. Cool. I go. So the classes at SENS were they had like 3 classes, if I'm not mistaken. 3 or 2, I'm not sure. I can't remember. One was supposed to start from 10 till 11. From 10, I think, until 11:30, if not 11. And then they had 3 classes. So the last one was from 1 till 2. I remember the last one because I told myself, I'm going to attend the last one. So I'm like, cool. I calculate my time. I'm like, okay, 2 hours. I'm going to be at Pretoria at 10. So from 10, I'm going to catch the train. The train also takes like 2 hours. I'm going to be in Johannesburg at 12. So I have like an hour to spare to find the place that I need to go to. And then from there, I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to be dancing for like 1 hour. And then after that, I'm going to come back home. Baby girl is set. Like, everything is in place. Cool. I get to Pretoria. I catch a taxi from Marabastad to Park Station. I get to Park Station, not Park Station, man, to Bosman. I get to Bosman. I go to the train station. I get there. We wait. We are now waiting. I don't know the train schedule. I don't know what ingena like after every 15 minutes or 30 minutes or like, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I will wait. I'll be patient. I'm like, God, take control. May your will be done today. Let everything that you want to happen this day, let it happen. And me, I'm just here. I'm just here. Cool. I wait for the train. I think it got there at like, I can't remember. I'd be lying, Shen. It got there. We got on the train, and then we are going. Now the train has its own plans. It is going and stopping and stopping and going and going and stopping. I'm like, but guys, like, finally we get to Park Station in Johannesburg, and I think it was like 1 p.m. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm here. They've already started. It's better late than never. So let me just try and find my way around and get there and like do the things. Even if I thought it was gonna take me 10 minutes to get to like Park Station to Newtown to where they were, but I bought airtime. And then I put the location. Did I put the location in? No, they had like a screenshot of the map that showed where they were on their profile picture on WhatsApp. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the map. I'm like, yeah, no. I need to take is it risky or whatever? It's risky or risky. I don't know. I need to take this street and then go to Africa Museum, and then when I get Africa Museum, I'm gonna get into this other street, and then from that street I'm gonna start looking for this building, and then from this building I'll ask, and then we'll get there. And I've always so my dad has always told me something. When you are in Johannesburg, you don't ask anyone questions for directions. You don't ask anyone. You have to be careful because some people might direct you into like a dark alley, and then there are other people waiting for you there, and they smuggle you, or they rape you, whatever. So you just don't ask anyone. It's either you ask securities, you ask the street vendors, the abo mama outing salapang, although you can never trust anyone these days. And you ask securities. I went to this other store and I asked them. I wasn't asking for like a specific place. I was just asking, where is this street? So they would direct me. Some of the people who knew, they would direct me. Some of them didn't know. They would just be like, we don't know. Fine. I'm going. I'm like, okay, this is the street. Okay, now we are looking for Museum of Africa. Is it African Museum? Yeah, African Museum. Fine. We go. I'm going. The time is like running. I'm like, yo, Gosian, like what's going on here? Anyways, I go and I'm like, I find African Museum. I find it. I'm like, okay, so now where are we going? Is it left or is it right? I think I took a left instead of a right. Now I'm at the other side of town, and then Newtown is this other side. But I don't know that at that time. I go and I'm like, man, I should be near. I should be like the place where they are. It should be around. So let me ask. I asked these other two guys, and they were so cute, by the way. I asked these other two guys, I'm like, I'm looking for Kafex. Hungani Ndlovu holds his dance classes and acting classes there, like Sense Group. I'm trying to give them as many keywords as I can. Hungani Ndlovu dance classes next. Kafex next. Newtown. When I said Newtown, they were like, Newtown is that other side of town. When you are here. And I'm like, how far is it? They're like, no, just go in. And I'm like, take a left, okay, and then a right. Okay, as if I can see where they're directing me. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going. Now I'm just like, you know what? I am tired. I do not have the energy to go anywhere. I am lost. I do not know where I am. I am like freaking lost. I'm like, okay, don't start crying, because if you start crying, people are gonna see you and they're gonna ask, and then you're gonna tell them that they're lost. You are lost, and then they're gonna take advantage of you, or they're gonna give you directions in like the wrong direction, and then like bad stuff is gonna happen to you. So I'm just like, I wanna cry, but I'm just like, be a big girl, don't cry. Be a big girl, don't cry. And I just got so tired, and I'm like, why don't you call these people? I bought airtime. Yes, I had money that was like fixed. Yo, I bought airtime, and I called their number, the number that they have on their website. I called it, and when I called, he picked up. What time was it? I think at that time it was like 5 minutes to 2. Classes are probably over by now. The last class is like over, but I'm just like, I don't want to get lost. I'm already lost. I'm like, okay, fine, we are in Johannesburg. Let's just go and see where this place is, so that next time when they have classes, you know where you are going. Now you just need to go from Park Station to the place that we are going. And yeah, okay. Baby girl calls, and I'm like, hi, this is Rhoda. I was planning to come to your classes, but now I'm lost. I don't know where I am. I know that I'm late, but I just want to get there and know where you guys are, so that next time I know where to come. And it's like, oh wow, okay, you can come through. Like, where are you? He's trying to give me directions. I'm like, I'm seeing this big bridge, and there's like a Newtown sign written there, and it's like, okay, come toward that Newtown sign. You're gonna see this black building, and just go to the gate, and we are there. I'm like, okay, thank you. Fine, I get there, I go towards the sign, and then I go to the gate. That gate is locked. I go around, and it's like another entrance. I go there and I get in. While I'm getting in, people are going out. And I'm like, you probably look stupid right now. people are going out and when you're only coming in right now. So I'm trying to convince myself ngaphakathi ukuthi no, I'm here for like private classes. You guys came here for the free classes. Me, I came here for the private classes. Like, that's what I'm telling myself to like not look, I don't know. I go in, okay, I get there and then I go like up the stairs and then there's like the class there. You can hear what there's people, but I'm freaking out. I'm like, what are people gonna say? How are people gonna look at me? Because I'm freaking late and I'm tired. And then one of the girls come out. She's wearing a Sense Group t-shirt. So I'm like, she probably works here. Uputi. I remember that girl. She was so much help. She comes out and I'm like, hi, I am so late. Like trying to, and like I'm now trying to explain that I'm late, but I spoke to this guy on the phone and he told me to come. I start crying. Like I literally start crying. I'm like, I can't believe like I came here. I wanted to come attend the classes, but now I'm late. And like the whole reason why I traveled here is like, I don't know. And I start crying and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, she went inside and called Fiona. So Fiona is the girl who used to like, I don't know. Okay, so Fiona is the girl I know from Instagram via Sense Group. So Fiona comes out. I'm like, hi, Fiona. She's like, oh, you know me? I'm like, yeah, I know you. And I kept on crying, and then they waited for me until I was like calm. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm such a big baby. I'm so sorry. They're like, no, it's cool. So I tried to explain to her. I'm like, I've always wanted to come to your classes, but like, there's no money. But when you guys posted about the free classes, I was like, this is an opportunity I should like go for. Let me just take this opportunity and come and see you guys and just like dance with you and do the things. And she's like, oh my word, I'm so honored. You all the way from Pumalanga and you like push yourself to like come here. I'm like, wow, this was like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna go inside and the people are gonna see that I was crying. And she's like, no, your eyes, you just say like you're high from like smoking weed. I'm like, that's actually a plan. We get in there, I see Hungani. He had a funny hairstyle by then. he had a funny hairstyle, I'm not gonna lie. I get in there, I see him, and then Fiona tells him about me, and he's like, wow, you all the way from Pumalanga, like, you decided to just come. Like, wow, girl, this shows how much you, like, support us, like, oh, this shows how much, impact we have on people, and your support is just so, like, we're so honored, and he kept hugging me. I'm not lying, like, he had me, like, I'm like, woo! And I was like, yes. And I explained to him, Guti, yeah, I wanted to come today because I want to take I want to take advantage of the free classes, but I mean, yeah, I didn't get to dance with you guys, but I guess not all is lost because now I know where you guys are. Next time, if I can make it and I have enough money to pay for the classes, I am definitely gonna come. And it's like, you know, you don't have to wait for the free classes. If you are available, just come by. Just let us know that you're coming by and come through. You don't have to pay for anything. And I was like, and I was like, I'm so gonna come. Like, I'm really, really gonna come. And people started to go because obviously it was the end of the classes. People started to go, they left. And I was like, okay, I also need to bounce because I got a curfew. You know, I need to go back to Park Station. I need to like walk back to Park Station and catch a train. And they were like, oh, Fiona is also going to Park Station. We're gonna give you a lift. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Like, okay, that's fine. And so we waited. We were waiting for like his cousin and someone else to come. So we were waiting, and while we were waiting, we just chilled and we spoke a bit. He asked me about home and yada yada yada. I had a conversation with Hungs, y'all. At that time, I wanted to tell my sister about it, but at that time we were like not on speaking terms. So I spoke to one of my friends. I'm like, girl, I am freaking out right now. Like, I just met Hungani. Like, on the inside, I'm running around like a headless chicken, but on the outside, I'm like, yeah, it's just the person. Like, yeah, I'm just so chilled about it. And then the time came for us to go. Like, we got into his Mini Cooper. Like, no wonder my favorite car is a Mini Cooper. But that's not because Hungani has like the Mini Cooper. Like, I've always wanted a Mini Cooper. I've loved the Mini Cooper since it was like the small, like the cute small car, and it looked like it was for girls. But Basaibi Zanginana back in like 2014 or 13, I don't know. Back then, I was like, this is a cool car. And when I saw that Hungani had the car, I was like, yep, yep, signed, sealed, delivered. This is the car I'm gonna buy for myself. Child, it is done. Mini Cooper is my car. So now every time I see a Mini Cooper, I'm just like, ah, I've been in one before. Not just anyone though, Hungani's car. Like, but anyways, they took us, so he took us, me and Fiona, we went to Park Station. To Park Station. Fiona was going to the Gautrain station. And me, I was going to the metro station because baby girl don't have the amount of money to be paying for Gautrain. Like, what? No. And my sister told me to like take pictures. Although we were not on speaking terms, she was like, yeah, you better take pictures with that guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take pictures. But I didn't want to because my phone was like, I was like, I'm gonna be embarrassed to like take pictures with this phone. So it's fine. Ugh, it's fine. But he asked to take a picture with me. I'm not lying, y'all. Y'all can go ask him if he's gonna respond. I don't know. But he asked to take pictures with me. He was like, no, man. Like, you just gave me the energy to like continue with whatever that we are doing because you are all the way from Mpumalanga and you see us and you believe that we can help you get to a position where you want to get. Like, girl, you inspire me so much. And we took pictures and it's like, is it okay if I post it on my like on my Instagram? I'm like, yeah, it's fine, it's cool. Like, your parents are not gonna have a problem with it. I'm like, psh, are my parents on Instagram though? And yeah, I was like, okay, this is nice. This was nice. It was nice meeting you guys. So now I'm gonna go, and when I have the opportunity again next time to come, I'm definitely gonna come. Cool. So now I'm crossing the road to get to the other side, and I'm calculating my money. I'm like, Conchi, how much do I have? Conchi, I bought airtime. How am I gonna get home? And then is coming my way. I'm like, how did I do something? And it's like, thank you so much for coming. And he hands me something and I put it in my hands. I'm like, huh? He gave me 100 rand. He gave me money. I'm like, why? I never really understood why he gave me the 100 rand, but I was like, thank you, Father God, because now I have enough money for transport. Like, yo, like now I didn't have to worry about transport. I think I even bought myself like an energy drink. I bought energy drink and I bought a book called Nalapa AMTN. So I didn't go to the train station anymore. I went that other place where you get taxis to go to like Pretoria. Yeah, I went there, and while I was there I saw that they were selling novels because I love to read. I bought this novel. This is one of my favorite books. Like, it's in my top 5. No Place to Hide. One, it's my favorite book because it's a really nice book. Like, it's genuinely a nice book. And then 2, it's because of how I got to buy the book. It was like 25 rands. I bought the book and I paid for transport, and then I got to Pretoria, then got on the bus to go home. And then on my way home, I was still chilled, but now it was starting to sink in. Ukuthi, I met Hungani, the guy who plays Romeo on Scandal. And I was just like, yeah, okay, like, sure. And then when I got home at like 7:30, I think. I got home at 7:30, and then I started to post on my WhatsApp. Oh, by the time I got home, it has sunk. It was like deep in the bottom of the bottomness of the fields. Now I was freaking out. My sister, by the time she was like this popular person on Facebook, she posted about it on Facebook. People started calling her. I'm like, what? Why are people? I mean, I just met him. Just because I met him does not mean we're friends. Like, what the hell, you guys? And then we went on Instagram and we saw this picture. Do I have the picture? I think I have the picture. We saw the picture that he posted and the little cute message that he wrote. We screenshot the thing and then we posted it on our WhatsApp and then we posted it on our Facebook. Oh my God. People are now commenting, oh my God, you met Hungani. Oh my God, you met our crush. Oh no, oh, yada yada, in ini. A lot of people started to speak to me even at school. Like some girls were just like, hi, so like we have a message for Hungani. I'm like, you have a message for Hungani? Why are you speaking to me? Like, next time when you see him, please tell him that we love him so much. I'm like, so this is how it works? You meet a celebrity just once and they become your friends and you have access to him? Like the fuck?